Hello, I'm Cyril and this is my second compiler lab experiment, and in this I'm supposed to write a program to create the input program, to scan the input program and generate a symbol table. In this we'll be giving an input like this, and our program should separate the data type, the ID and the values, and then put it into arrays and print it out like this. So here I've created some strings and string arrays, and then I'll be taking my input from this location and I've used file reader, buffer reader, and here I have used system.out to print out the headings that I'll be needing, that is data type, ID, initial value, etc. Here I've created a string array named data type, and in this I have the data types that I will be needing for this program. So now I'm gonna run a while loop, and it is gonna take the input line by line, and I'm using read line for this, and this is gonna run until the line is not null. So now first I'm gonna check whether the line is a function or not. So for that I'm gonna check if s dot contains a bracket. So here I have a function, so we can know if it's a function or not by checking if there's a bracket in it. So for that I'm gonna see if it has a bracket or not, and if it has, then I'm gonna split it on the basis of the bracket, and I'm gonna store it into a array fr, and then I'm gonna again split the first half of the array fr array on the basis of space, and then I'm gonna print out the value. So for this, when I split in the basis of the bracket, so this will be my first part of the array, and this will be the second part of the array. And so now I'm gonna again split it on the basis of space, so I will get two different values in the array, that are the float and add. So I'm gonna print them out and put the appropriate spaces. Now I have used a int count, so this is to find the number of parameters. Now for the second part of the array, I'm gonna replace all the commas that are there with blank space, and then I'm gonna split it on the basis of the blank space and put it into an array var. So now I'm gonna run a for loop from 0 to the length of the var array, and I'm gonna check if the data type, that is here the array data type, contains any of the values that are present in var array, and if it does, I'm going to increment the count. So now I'm going to replace all the semicolons and the brackets, and I'm going to print out var. After the loop finishes, I'm going to print out the count, so this will give me the number of parameters that are there. And now if it is not a function, it's gonna run the else part. Here I'm gonna run a for loop from 0 to the length of the data type, that is here, and now it is gonna check if my line contains a data type or not. If it contains the data type, then it's gonna split the line on the basis of blank space, and put it into the array fr, and then it's gonna print out the first part of the array fr. So here, for example, if I have float, it's gonna split it on the basis of space, so this will be my first part of the array, and this is gonna be my second part of the array. So when I print out the first part, it's gonna print out float, and now for the second part, I'm gonna replace all the commas with blank space. So there is no comma here, but in this one there's a comma, so this will come out as a space b equal to 5. So now I'm going to split it on the basis of space and put it into the array var. Now again I'm going to run a for loop from 0 to the length of var array, and if the var contains equal to, then I'm going to split it on the basis of equal to. And now again I'm going to run a for loop inside where, and I'm going to replace all the semicolons, the brackets, and I'm going to print the where. So now it's going to print whatever values, IDs and data types that are present in the input. And now if I don't, if my if the line does not contain an equal to, it's going to run this else part. So what this is going to do is this is going to print out the null value, that is if it does not have any values. Like here A does not have value but B has, so it's going to print 0 in front in the initial value of A. So after printing all that, I'm gonna catch the exception if there is any, and it's gonna print out a message if any exception is found. So when I run this file, here I have the output inside the data type. So first I'll show you my input. I have int a comma b equal to 5, float, character, and then a function. So my data types are going to be printed here. So I have the data type int, float, and character. Those are printed here. Then I have the IDs a, b, pi, and c, and add. So all those are printed here, and the initial values, the return type float for the function, the type of parameter that are int, and the number of parameters, as there are 2 ints. So that's it. Thank you.